Yeah, probably.
God dang it. Hey, nerds, welcome to the show.
Yep, Austin. Listen, we're all watching the finals right now, and they're all not finals, the like conference finals first game, and we're all watching it at different times. Like it's playing for us at different speeds. So it's kind of entertaining.
Yeah.
Marshall is just spoiling everything.
You're welcome.
Yes.
I'm on Marshall time, so I'm good actually.
Grateful for you guys. Grateful.
Man.
Oh man. Welcome back to the Nerdcast podcast. We are here for episode 21. Yeah. I feel like
We're all, we just hit the legal drinking age of episodes.
yeah, basically our podcast is an adult now. So maybe we should start being oh jeez. Crazy alley-oop. I think that's the alley-oop you were talking
Yeah, that was exactly the one I was talking about.
Jeez, man.
God, they just showed Russell Wilson. That was just why is he always so weird when he's on screen? Like
because he's a goofy dude. Like I can't take him seriously because when he has the helmet on, you can't really see his face. But then when his helmet is off, you see how much of a weird baby face he has.
Yeah.
you see
It's very odd.
because his helmet's always off, and then he got the eyes. You can see it through the helmet. The weirdness peers through the helmet.
And him also just being courtside, I'm just like, oh, I didn't know. Okay.
They're just letting anybody in here.
Yeah,
I thought you had to do something for the city before you could go there.
No, it seemed like I did not believe that he really cared about this game. They did the alley-oop, and then he was like,
Dude.
But see, but of course he would care, because if he wins, he still gets a ring. If Lakers win, he still gets a ring.
no,
I know that, right?
Wilson.
Huh? Oh, Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
I thought you meant. Oh, okay. I'm tripping. I thought you said Westbrook. He's still.
None of it. Yeah. But yeah, Russell, like, let's think about what happened to Denver when Russell got picked up. The stadium caught fire. There was a full-on fire in one of the sections. Also, they had one of their overall worst performances in years, probably since Brock Osweiler was the starter. And
Might have been worse.
yeah,
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
and thankfully Denver, you got the Nuggets. They're putting up a fight against the Lakers. Oh, that was 100% of travel.
Absolutely.
Oh
Oh man.
But they called the shooting foul.
But he got the foul, yeah.
You'll get there, Corey. Don't worry.
I definitely saw that, guys.
But they're gonna say that first step was gather. So technically, with today's NBA, it's not a travel.
All right. But anyways, before we get too distracted into this, we'll go ahead and start talking about some of the topics we have.
All right, so I thought we could start off with a little, segment game, if you will. It's not really a game for me, I guess, because it's Corey's Wheel of Anger. And, we got a couple fun things on the wheel. We got James Harden.
Why would you be angry at him?
Let's hope, if it lands on it, maybe I'll tell you. We have, are we all mad that the Fast and the Furious finale movie may be a trilogy now?
Yes.
Vin Diesel? Not?
Yes.
Are we mad about that winning team selecting Corey? I don't know.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
Carson Wentz, because who's not mad at Carson Wentz sometimes?
I don't think Carson Wentz wants to be Carson Wentz.
Oh man, he might be mad at Carson Wentz. Let me spin this wheel.
Oh.
It landed on James Harden.
All right. I can't wait to hear what you have to say.
I mean, I'm not.
You're not.
Not mad at James Harden's beard. That's pretty cool.
Okay, cool. Glad you're handling this well, but be free and open with us.
You know that?
What's that?
He's friends with Lil Baby.
Yeah, that's cool.
Cool thing. Right?
That's nice.
But I was thinking more along the lines of how you felt about his performance, and then also the talks of him going back to the Rockets.
All right, look. Okay. I'm not going to yell or any of that. Okay, you guys. I'm just going to express a little bit. I've been defending this man. At first, I did not want him on our team. I didn't even like the whole scoring thing he was doing when he was getting all those fouls. And then, he goes to Brooklyn and he does pretty good. He starts sharing the ball with Kyrie. That looked pretty nice. He was getting the ball to Seth Curry and things like that. And then, we give up Ben Simmons for him, and like nothing could be worse than this. Like better than this. We got rid of Ben Simmons. It's nothing going to be the bright skies and sunshines and rainbows, right? Right? That's what it's supposed to be, guys, right? That's what they were promised. No. Okay, I need to calm down. But no, look, here we go. He gets to Philly. It looked good when he was passing to James Harden. He was like being a good number two, getting the assist man, and we loved it. And then it got a little shaky. But then we were actually one of the best teams out throughout the whole year, especially after December. But then, Joel got the MVP. That's good. That's good. That was a good thing. We were like, this is a good sign. Things are looking up. We beat the Celtics before the playoffs started. All right, I'm trying not to scream, guys. I'm trying. Maybe if I whisper, does that make me happier? No, I think I'm getting angry.
No, I think a lot of it has to do with your light choice.
Good call, guys.
There, that's a little less angry.
It just
Absolutely, yeah.
Purple's happy.
There we go. Mace Windu it. There we go. Perfect.
Playoffs, and we did pretty good. We swept the Brooklyn Nets. That was great. A great sign. I was like definitely getting out the second round. Doc, we signed you, and there was like a mandate. Just one thing you had to do: get us out the second round. We don't care what happens. Like anything else can happen. Like I don't even care if James Harden goes to Las Vegas and parties before the second round. To celebrate that he swept the team that he just came from, which is kind of weird. Player do, but yeah. I let it go. I let it go, and out loud, but which was also a weird thing to let us know that he did that. And then they play like this in the second round. I still had confidence, even though we were playing like shit. But you could see that Joel was actually, he had a neat thing. He had a neat thing. But James scored 45. Y'all remember that? He scored 45.
Yeah.
Good. And then he scored 11.
So you're saying James Harden isn't the dictionary definition of consistent?
It's consistently disappointing.
Ooh, there you go.
You know that purple devil emoji?
I felt it too. I'm glad you said something. There's something evil about this purple.
You should have stayed brighter.
Well, now blue just makes it sad.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
I was sad. No, I was angry at first. I was very angry. You want to hear something so funny? My daughter, she might be a comedian. So we're at my mom's house. Sixers lose. I'm furious. And I try to like let it go. We're in the car leaving. She's like, "Hey, Dad, can we go to Dunkin' Donuts?" And I wasn't even thinking about the game or anything. I was like, "No, we're about to go out to eat." And then my wife tells me that she's like, "Mom, I asked Dad to go to Dunkin' Donuts." And he said no, and I was going to say something about it, but I didn't want to push the issue because I really wanted a Boston cream donut, and I thought that I should just. I love her.
She's very wise.
Oh man,
that's funny.
as well. She even called me. She was like, "Did they just give up?" And I was like, "Yes, sweetie, they did." And I give up too. We're turning this off. No one's watching the end. Sorry.
we're not watching this suffering any longer.
Yeah, but no, really, I was hoping the anger wheel was gonna land on that damn corgi.
That's adorable.
But why can't you pick the Sixers? Let me know if we're gonna win or lose. I didn't have to put up with that. I'm over it. Yes, I'm beyond.
Just go back to the purple, Corey. Just go back to the purple.
That was great. Oh my god. But I think this is a great spot to take a break, let everybody process their emotions, and then we'll pick up again pretty soon.
I'm looking for purple. Back to red. All right, we're in hell.
We'll be back.
Oh, man.
James Harden, I'll see you. Welcome back, nerds.
We return as usual. Here to provide you with all the nerd information you may or may not want.
We are forced. Like it. Eat the food, Tina.
Great reference. That was good.
That was real good. Yeah.
No, so this next topic, very near and dear to my heart. One of my favorite shows of all time, Archer, is coming to an end. Its final season, premiering in
14 seasons, man.
Yes.
Jeez.
Every single season was just gold. They really were. Honestly, I can watch I do it all the time. It's like that and Always Sunny.
Yep.
These shows I go to throw in the background.
Yeah. It's definitely going to be weird knowing there aren't going to be new episodes after this season. But, I guess part of me also expected it a little bit just because after losing such an iconic voice like Jessica Walters, aka Mallory, it's hard to find a way to just to replace that energy, because Mallory was top character. That show would have been nothing without the way she portrayed being that overbearing mother. Exactly the same thing she did for Arrested Development. She was just made for things like that.
That was one of my favorite things about that show, is how they would capture the actor and the characters. Especially like you said with Jessica Walter, it's basically the mother from Arrested Development. Just head of the CIA agency, or just their division or whatever. But also they lost Woodhouse. Played Woodhouse, George Coe. He was great as well. Woodhouse was one of my favorite characters as well on the show. And Krieger and Mallory and Archer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Krieger is a wild man.
I just love that for the first few episodes you didn't hear Krieger's voice. They just had him there doing random things. And all of a sudden you hear his voice, you're like, that's perfect.
What are you doing? It's like,
Nothing.
Something.
Well, and that show is just so brilliant, and the writing is done perfectly. like there was even like a Harvard class for a little bit about that show and like its overall like rhetorical like value in like today's society.
Yeah,
Because it's a very high level like comedy show that happens to be animated, and like the overall like structure of how the writers set everything up, like the punchlines, the like every single bit of it was just so perfect that they're like, we can base an entire class on this and actually teach some high level thinking to these kids. Like that's a great idea in my mind.
that show it blows. The writing blew my mind. It has like the best dialogue of any
Oh yeah.
show ever, and like the way, like you said, the way they set up everything. It's like you said, they have like a Harvard class. It's like Lupe Fiasco teaching the art of freestyling and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like if like Eminem and Cassidy had a team.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. My favorite punchline, or not punchline, my favorite phrase on the show is phrasing.
Yep. Phrasing, boom.
Say, whoa, phrasing.
The amount of times that I say sploosh because of that show.
On the regular.
Total sploosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
But yeah.
The greatest character ever thought of.
That show is always ranked like number one on, if I want to just like blaze up and watch something hilarious, I mean, that's the go-to for me.
Yeah. And the way that they broke the show up with the seasons, especially when they put Archer in a coma, I was just like, okay, so what are they gonna do now? And the fact that they took these great memories from things like detective like movies and bringing in how it's like World War II related, and bringing in PTSD for Archer while he's in a coma, trying to process the fact that his subconscious found out Woodhouse died, so that's just how it's fixing it for him. It's like that's brilliant.
Yeah.
John H. Benjamin. Brilliant man for creating this. Chris Parnell as Cyril. Like, I mean, like every single character is great. I can't even just say one character. It's just, they are all great.
Cheryl. The best wild card character you could ask for.
Most wild card of all wild cards. Like, it's not even close. Oh, about Slater.
Yes.
I don't know why it just dawned on me. It was like he's played by Christian.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's perfect.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's a great show, and I don't care if it ever ends. I'm just gonna keep watching it and watching it and watching it like forever.
It's something I'll never get sick of. It will be on repeat forever and ever. If they try to take it off a streaming service, I'm gonna buy it. I will throw all the money at this because they deserve it.
Yep. That's another Krieger line.
Yep. You blew it up. Damn you all the hell.
Oh man. Alright. I guess we should probably enter the realm of the NBA, since that's what's hot on the streets, right? The NBA playoffs.
At this point, yeah. It's
I guess so.
I think it's one of the better playoffs that you could experience sports wise. Definitely tied with NFL. I don't know if one of them really beats the other out for me personally, because they both have their benefits. Like the NFL, obviously not like the NBA in the sense that it's a drawn out series for each thing. It's just one game and that's it. Very convenient, very quick. But with the extended series, you get to see more skill and you get to see teams have to learn and adapt more on the fly, but also giving them that ability to plan. So yeah, NBA playoffs, man, it's always fun. You never know what's going to happen. Like, for example, didn't expect the Nuggets to just destroy the Lakers for so long. They made their comeback, but the Nuggets still pulled it off. Obviously, only game one, but impressive still.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah. No, I would say no. It was very impressive, especially with Anthony Davis dropping 40. So you know, and LeBron put up I think like 27. Not bad. Just everybody else sucked on the team.
Help from the supporting cast around the two. What did anybody see what Austin Reeves ended with?
I think he ended with around like 15 points.
Yeah, let's see what he ended with.
17.
Well, 17. All right. And Hachimura, I think, came off the bench with like 17. Everybody else was looking like single digits.
Yeah. No help from Schroeder. No help from Russell. Vanderbilt was a +5, so I assume he played good defense because he had 0 points, and their beloved Monty Walker was a, putrid 6 points. So, they're gonna have to. It was a good game from everybody else. LeBron had 23, like you said, 40 from Anthony Davis. He only had 8 rebounds. He's gonna have to get in there and a little bit stronger against Jokic. Otherwise, they're gonna get out rebounded, and you cannot give the Denver Nuggets, who don't miss many shots, second chances at all.
Yeah, and they also got to match their pace for the entire series, which is hard. With Murray running point, the way they move, and then Anthony Davis has his work cut out for him with Jokic. I mean, let's be real. We say he needs to get on the boards better, but I don't know. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
He can do it. He had 3 blocks. He played hard. I think he just underestimated, Jokic's movements. He's just technical. He doesn't really overpower many people. He's just either he's bigger than you or he's just very technical and sneaky.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah, he'll get position quick, and that's why he's so good at rebounding.
He likes to use other people's weight against them. He'll let you get the first contact and then shimmy out the way or something like that. But I did say they would have a problem with Anthony Davis, Jokic especially, and I was fucking wrong. Oh man. Let's see what Jokic ended with. Jokic had 19 rebounds, 13 assists. Woo, 31 points.
Double.
31 points from Murray, 19 from Caldwell. Yeah, you're gonna lose when you're letting Caldwell get 19 on you, and Brown gets 16. Woo. Yeah, they were lighting them up, and Murray is a legit all-star.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Absolutely.
Like I've been saying, he's one of the underrated guards out there. I don't know why he's not talked about more. Obviously, he's not. I obviously still think Curry obviously way better, but I would put him over let's say a current Kyrie, because Kyrie isn't going to be playing on that type of level. And I'm just impressed, always, by the way he handles himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a huge Jamal Murray fan, even in that bubble. I was before the bubble, that whole year. I was like, this man. People aren't talking about Jamal Murray enough. They were a little bit because he was a fringe all-star. He ended up getting injured and then he came back and then got injured. I think that's how it happened. But they might have won that They might have won the championship. Who knows? But
I mean,
this Lakers team is not as good as that Lakers team in that bubble. I don't think.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that team was way hungrier, 100%.
Yeah.
Like they wanted it more then because they were like, this is our time, this is our opportunity, and I'm not saying they don't want it as bad now, but yeah, completely different attitude, I think.
Yeah, and then as far as Jamal Murray, like last year playoffs, he was that missing piece for Denver because he was hurt. You know what I'm saying? So you talk about him being there last year. I mean, Warriors might not. I mean, and I'm a Warriors fan, but Murray there last year, Warriors might not win to the finals and win against Boston. We might have had a whole different final series. I mean, honestly, because Murray's tough, and their pieces work so well together. I mean, it would have been hard for Warriors to beat them last year
Yeah.
With Murray.
Yeah. I mean, it's because Murray's undeniably good.
Mhm.
Undeniably good. One of the best guards we have in the league, and he plays like it. And he plays commandingly. Like the way he plays that court, he's like we're definitely going to guys.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I wish we had something like that on the there's yeah.
I mean,
Jeez.
I think Maxi will get there.
Yeah. I will say Maxi does play like that. He's not as good as Jamal Murray.
But he's gonna get there quick. Like
Yeah.
there's no doubt in my mind about that.
The
Is
only
Maxi a rookie or
No,
sophomore?
year,
This is what?
believe this is Maxi's fourth year in the league.
Oh, fourth year?
If I'm not
Okay.
mistaken.
Thought it was just maybe second or third. But yeah, Maxi's developing well though. He's becoming a great player. And I like his pace too.
I know this was his second season. Sorry. 20
Okay, yeah, all right. Bet.
picked in 2020. Uh yeah, the only thing I believe that gets in Maxi's way is, experience. He's getting the experience, but you can see sometimes the play breaks down and then he's like, all right, I'm just gonna go score or something like that. He'll
right.
he'll get lost on a play every once in a while, not a lot, but that's also because started at point. Now he's got James Harden, running point, and he's the third scorer on the team. The third goes to go. So I can see how that can be a little bit difficult to guide. But you guys saw the segment before this one. I don't get too into the
Nitty gritty of things.
about I should just say Doc Rivers is gone. That was going to happen.
No, 100% knew that was going to happen. Yeah.
I'm not sure why anybody's up in arms about this or think it's a surprise.
He is leading NBA coaches in the number of like playoffs he's been knocked out in. It's like 10 in a row.
Yeah,
That hurts.
in all respects to Doc Rivers, he is
Yeah.
winningest coaches of all time as well. So it's like when Kobe eventually got to the point where you
That's his time,
throw a shot up at the court, at the playground, you say Kobe, and you're right whether you miss it or make it, because there's a point where Kobe had as many misses as he had makes.
I mean, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take the bet that he's going to get picked up by the Suns.
I was thinking we may just swap coaches.
Yeah, like that literally might as well happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind Williams. I wouldn't mind. Well, I don't know.
Well, imagine him. Yeah, Monty Williams teamed up with like Embiid, because that's all the Suns were missing, was a true big man that needed to perform. Ayton wasn't that guy. He just decided he didn't want to play anymore.
Yeah.
But also, I'll say, who's to say this isn't Sam Cassell's chance right here?
Also true.
He's been on that bench for for a little bit now. Been right there, knows everybody. We all love him. And if James Harden didn't have our coach fired and played like shit, so Mike D'Antoni could get here, then maybe Sam Cassell can.
Oh man, I mean, let's say this about Mike D'Antoni. He couldn't make it when like Dwight Howard was on the team, so like I don't have faith in him coaching like a true big man. Like
faith
I
in
don't know.
defensive mind.
Yeah.
I don't think our problem is on the defensive side. So
Yeah.
Hell, you could get Mike Budenholzer as a freaking steal.
I was thinking about that. Oh, and I just learned that Mike Budenholzer was dealing with the death of his brother.
Yep.
Oh, was he? I had
And
no
then
idea.
the Bucks let him go.
That is
That's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of people, including me, are up in arms. I understand the NBA is a business, but hey, man, like that's a huge struggle to go through, and you still made the playoffs. Like, I don't know. I figured they would at least give Mike 1 more year, 2 more years to kind of prove that he's supposed to be there, which he already did by bringing them a championship. Obviously, Giannis was a big part of it, but Mike was the one that was drawing up the plays, that was there with him, working with him, and giving them the mindset of the winners that they needed to be. But hey, what do we know?
Yeah, I will say,
Yeah.
I think it would have been fair to take more deeper consideration into it. But then,
Yep.
like, I also learned that like Ty Lue dealt with 7 deaths, this past year.
Yep.
Didn't go to any of the funerals and stuff. So I was like, I guess the NBA is just kind of like
7 deaths.
Yeah, 7 family members died within the past few months.
Jesus
yeah, I mean,
Christ.
like,
He ain't going to no funerals. I mean, that's kind of NBA need to change their policies. That's kind of.
I don't think it was a policy or anything. I think it's just the coaches and their mindset currently.
Right. Because, like, obviously players will take their time, because Wiggins took his time for whatever he was going through, because I don't think that was ever really disclosed. But, yeah, with the coaches, I think their mindset is, obviously they treat the entire team as their family.
Yeah.
So they're like, either way, I'm with family, and obviously it sucks to lose, but they just have that winner's mentality of like, I gotta push through and I gotta keep going, because otherwise this other family is going to be suffering. And on top of the pressure from like fans who are automatically just gonna beat down somebody.
Yeah, beat you down.
See, for example,
the worst. And yeah.
Knick fans, get your shit together. Like, you're ripping down posters of Randall. Anyways, whatever. That's a whole different subject.
I don't usually agree with burning property you bought. It's fine. I really don't care either way. I wouldn't do it, especially if it was like a jersey that was expensive, or if somebody bought it for me. But I do agree with them ripping his poster down.
I don't know about that.
He ruined.
So
like, that was the way he played was disgusting.
So yeah, all right. So because I'm a Warriors and a Knicks fan. Like, I'm a Warriors fan because of Curry, really, but I'm mainly a Knicks fan. Like, I'm from New York. If I had a Randall poster, I would have burned it. Oh my God!
Look,
what?
Wait. One thing I'll say before that, it's just because, like, I said this last time before they lost. He wanted to be way too relevant. Like, dude, it's okay. Jalen Brunson is this much better than you, because you're not bad. But when you play like that,
he's that much better than you.
You're the worst person on the team. Like, you just put your head down and run and try to do something. It's just not good.
But you said it.
some of those things would go in. That's how I know you're way better than that. Like it's just
Yeah,
he's like, I'm going to score as soon as I
it
get,
was.
no matter where he's standing, you can see it on his face where he's going.
I'm shooting. Yeah, it was his pride. Like, bro, come on, man. Let Jalen Brunson do his thing. Play your role here. That's all you got to do. And I mean, they possibly could have won that series.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think the Miami Heat are better than them.
No.
Think they know how to play better than them, especially like with Julius Randle being a wild card. Like Jalen
Yeah.
Brunson balling, he was balling.
Balling. And I mean, it's just like it's discipline. Miami Heat, everybody on Miami Heat, when it was time to step up or when it was time to play their role, everybody fell in line, did their thing. Randall didn't want to do that, bro. Like he deserves a million throat chops from every fan everywhere. Huh. Yeah, I'm sorry. I need to put a purple light on. I'm feeling like Corey was earlier.
Purple light.
Oh man.
And also Miami, like when they're good, they're probably going to be making all their threes, and can't afford to not play cohesively.
Yeah, no, you're right. Oh, Randall though. I almost want the Knicks to get rid of him, but yeah.
I mean, I don't think he's going to be there. They're good. They can sacrifice money for him, and obviously the fan base doesn't want him, so he's probably going to be gone soon.
Yeah,
he's going to go to Taiwan.
No, he's still good. I know Dwight said. Who did Dwight Howard say? He said Julius Randle, James Harden, Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton,
Jordan Poole,
Draymond Green. Oh yeah, he said Klay Thompson. I don't think he said Draymond. I think, or maybe he said all three.
Yeah.
Went to the internet just to clown everybody because he's having the time of his life in Taiwan.
Yep, because
Oh man.
or is he?
No, he is. Did you see the commercial he made?
Dude, they treat him like a god.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a king over there.
Yeah,
but he got bullied. He was getting bullied. Did you see him getting bullied by the 7'4" Indian cat?
Oh, that was just
but yeah, I know. I was just saying it was funny because he was throwing temper tantrums like a little kid.
Nah, they wild over there. That league is wild.
Yeah, it's definitely not the NBA.
Scared of anyone, no matter how big they are. I've seen some videos. The White's team is always trying to fight. Not even him. He's not even a fighter on the team. Like point guards. He's the one always starting shit.
Yep.
Dang.
Didn't
they get in trouble for cheating or something?
Yeah, like there was like the White, the point guard, and like the coach was like under investigation. I think the point guard and the coach or something like that, or at least the coach is like getting banned. And like the White risk getting banned, but I guess he's good now.
Yeah, all right. Well,
like I'm back.
We're not getting rid of the White, the giant big.
Are you kidding? Yeah, like
yeah, they make too much money with the White. It's like he gets a pass.
Yeah, I mean, and also I don't, it was like some deep seated like real scandalous like cheating type stuff. I don't think the White was a part of that. If he was, he'd be taken advantage of.
Yep.
I don't think nothing there. I think he just wants to play basketball.
Yeah.
But yeah, he clowned all those players. I don't have the list in front of me, but it was a funny video. I suggest you guys go check it out. It's a good laugh.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Since we're at the 5-minute mark, we might as well hit this quick topic. Not a fun topic. We have Ja Morant.
Oh God.
The news cycle.
Again.
Not even what? 2 months, not even.
No, not even. It's been like maybe a month of that.
Maybe with the exact same thing, flashing a gun on Instagram Live. Jeez, that I'm not gonna say Instagram is toxic. No, it's all about it's a user error. Not
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
no, he's an idiot.
Absolutely.
He's just dumb. Like,
Yeah.
I do want
Yeah.
a little bit.
Huh.
I do want to throw a little bit of blame NBA YoungBoy way for allowing people to pop their heads to that trash ass.
Yeah.
With,
For influencing the youth. Because John
like
Moran is youth.
yeah,
the youth.
like, and it really drives me crazy because then like on all the videos of John Moran, because all the kids watch, they hear an NBA YoungBoy is like, now they gonna go listen to NBA YoungBoy at
Yep.
fragile age
Yeah, man.
and try to be something they're not. Just like all these other, young athletes in these gun incidences that we talked about last week. You know.
Oh yeah, like for example, the Georgia Bulldog player that the Eagles picked up. I forget his name. Um, he was involved in like a high speed chase or like a speeding incident with the police, and the police officer is like, "Look, I've pulled 3 of you Georgia players over in the past day and a half." He's like, "Slow the fuck down." And then he was also recently seen in a car and like what he was wearing was basically straight up advertisement for a crypt no not a crypt a blood gang. So he's wearing stuff with gang association, and he's just like he's digging a hole for himself.
Well,
And then they also question his like overall like willingness to play the game, because a lot of people are like, "Yeah, he didn't seem excited."
well, look, he's
Nice.
wearing green now.
Yeah, well, hopefully that's all he's wearing.
I hope. No, I didn't even hear all that about him. I heard about the
Like the rate, like the speeding thing. Yeah.
speeding thing that may have led to a teammate's death. I think that's what it was.
Oh, this is a completely separate incident, but yes, that happened too.
Jeez.
But yeah, John Morant, man, this is not. I didn't expect all of this. I've never seen an NBA player fight like this, and
Well,
honestly, I can't. I'm not sure. I mean, I do. It's his fault. He is to blame. He's feeling up to it and all that. But give us one quick second. Let's take this break because we're coming up on a minute.
yeah,
We
because we're gonna get into it.
we have a couple different topics. But we'll be right back. All right, and we are back, nerds. And like I was saying before, we had the reset. So like I said, it's definitely Josh's fault. An adult needs to get his act together before he messes up his life, not his money, his life.
Yep.
That's where this is going. And just like little small context clues, like his family, he's the breadwinner. You know, his friends, the breadwinner.
Uh-huh.
The guy in the video that was recording him, that was the guy that was, told he can't come back to the games or anything around this facility because of the whole laser pointing incident or whatnot.
Yep. With the Pacers.
And he put the phone down. He had the sense enough to put the phone down to know that we should not be doing this, especially on IG Live. So like it's not his friends. It's,
Nope.
it's him.
Mm-hmm.
Like he is the cornerstone of all that. And it seems like it's been that way for quite some time. And you
Yep.
see these videos of him just taking the bottle and just chugging it, like tequila, like the strongest stuff. And like
Just
amateurs can't do that.
and like just straight up the disregard for himself is the most irritating thing to watch because he's so talented, but he's just not respecting himself in that sense. So it's like, dude,
That's where I'm getting. It's not, it's scary. Because like it seems like this is an outlet. Like he can just do whatever he wants.
yep,
Like where he goes, he doesn't go to like the best places. He goes to like these little, you know, places
right.
be below his tax bracket.
Oh yeah,
All places like Memphis. Like that's not like where you go when you're, a celebrity hanging out.
example A, James Harden.
But Jay's already be around a certain entourage though. He hang around that.
Yeah,
He is.
I mean,
He's
let's. All right, better example is Dennis Rodman. Because he was out at strip clubs and everything while the Bulls were in the finals, and it took Michael calling him to bring him back.
But it's not the strip clubs; it's the type of strip clubs, the
Right,
bracket of the strip clubs.
Yeah.
Like, that's not the bad part. The strip club ain't the bad part. It's like just all the way he's doing all this. He's just like putting himself in danger because I think this is like not a cry for help, but like he doesn't care.
right.
Life, he doesn't care about basketball, and that's scary. Like in this, the organization is at fault, big time, in my opinion. Because like you gave this guy 2 weeks of therapy and just so he can come back to the playoffs, clearly, just so he can play in the playoffs. There's no way he should have been back.
No, not at all, dude. Are you kidding me?
All this stuff that's going on required 2 weeks of therapy. Like that is insane. That is disregard for his life from him and everyone else around him because it seems like they're using him and he's just using it all up too.
Yep. Yeah,
I think it's like, oh, go ahead.
No, you're good.
I think it's like the culture. I think it's two things: the culture, because it's not like he's had a bad upbringing or anything like that. So it's just like he's getting money, boom, he's trying to wild out because all his friends is probably in the streets and stuff like that, and he chose to be around that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then, jeez, I forgot my second point. Goodness gracious. I hate when I do that. Oh man,
friends are in the streets or want him in the streets if they're like not wanting him to be on IG Live. Like he be doing a lot of this stuff dolo too.
Yeah, no, I'm just but that's what I'm saying. Like he's willingly doing that to himself. He's just putting himself in that situations when, bro, like you got money, you need to be investing in your future, helping your friends out, and getting out of this situation instead of.
Yeah, like I want to like use those, those words like he's an alcoholic or he's depressed, but it looks that way to me. Like, it does not look like a happy man. Like, yeah, he's smiling when he's dancing and stuff, but he's also be hammered.
So, like, I think a big thing with Ja Morant is the fact that he's a hedonist. Like, he goes for anything and everything that he just loves that's going to make him feel happy in the moment. And a big problem with that mindset, because don't get me wrong, if that's how you want to live, then go ahead and live it. But at the same time, try to learn how to put yourself in idle. Like, pick your moments. Like, you can live every day to the fullest if you really want to try. But then, like that saying is, if you do that, then every day really is a boring, normal day if you're trying to live it the best you can all the time. Obviously, that's how you want things to go, but that's not always going to be the case. So that's something that I don't think it's ever sunk in for Morant. even with his crew and his family, presenting him with better ways of acting and better ways of acting, he's not going to follow that, because in his mind, if it makes him happy, what's really wrong with it?
And that's where I'm getting.
Yep.
Do they present it
Make
better ways in acting? Because it doesn't seem that way. Like with
Right.
the incident with his with the kid that he allegedly beat up.
Yep. Or the employee that him and like 18 of his friends threatened at the mall.
Yeah, but no, the one at the beating up the kid incident, apparently like when all that happened, his dad came out, like his dad was there the whole time. Nobody puts his man in good positions. I don't believe they put him in a good position ever. The way he came out the house running was like, John, no. Like the way there, it doesn't seem like he never gets any like real chastising. It seems like his dad's his friend, and it's been that way for a while. That's I don't think he's ever had, like any real discipline, like showing how to role models or anything like that. Because apparently he went up there to the mall to intimidate somebody because his mother called him to do it.
Yep. Again, he didn't bring like 3 people. He brought like a platoon.
One of them said, Ja, nah, dog, I'll go. You stay here. Nah.
Exactly.
Yep.
And that's all right. So now I remember my second point. It's because of who he is. Like he got famous so fast, and then like he's probably been talented all his life. Probably more so talented than his peers. So they just gave him that free range to do whatever he want, and he got out of trouble because of who he was or his talents. You know what I'm saying, being above average, and now it's carrying on and affecting him in a negative way. Because I mean, obviously, like you just said, his parents ain't disciplining him. They're like, all right, you gonna go to the NBA one day, so I'm gonna just let you do whatever you want.
His dad quit his job at a young age to train him for the NBA, basically like Venus and Serena. Like he was that. So his dad wasn't like working a lot and everything like that, and his dad basically became his friend. So like, yeah, there was no much like disciplining, and I feel like once he got out of having to do this all the time, practice all the crap, he saw, the NBA young boys of the world and the friends in his community of the world, and got legally rich and legal of age, and just went at it. And now he don't know how to stop.
Yeah, legally rich and illegally spend it.
I think he's like a long vet, like he's been drinking for a long time. I just think he quickly got good at it.
Yeah.
This looks like a young, like had, family I've known, like friends, family members I've known that just started messing with the pills and the drinking way too much, and they're like 23, 24 years old, just like spiral, just because they have.
He's on the Johnny Manziel path. That's literally what's happening.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I think that's enough about y'all.
It's rough.
Hopefully my mans can get better. And Steven Jackson, he's a clown. You remember when he first got in trouble for the damn pistol in the club?
Yep.
And what Steven Jackson said, he didn't say anything to Ja to discipline Ja. He came at everybody else trying to discipline Ja, saying, you guys have no right saying anything. We were doing things 10 times worse than what Ja was like. There wasn't
what kind of
what are you proving? There wasn't.
Yeah, like that's a weird excuse, man.
that was the dumbest thing. Like, you don't want these kids to do better than you did. You want like,
yeah, and now he just wants to come out and call Ja Morant a moron. Like, what are you talking?
Like, all right, you do it twice, and I can't help you. You stupid now. You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
It sounds like you're not.
Right.
Go back to old life. Right.
Right. It's like, so you're just saying you had the advantage of not having social media. That's all it is. Like, why are you saying that?
Let this man mess his life up.
I mean, and they also like put him in a like I saw a post. They had him in a picture where Draymond was obviously like in like an army outfit with a sniper rifle, and it looked like he was at a training facility. And then it was somebody else with a bigger gun, but they were at a shooting range, and they said, "Huh."
I think it was LeBron. It was like a big old machine gun or something.
Yeah, he had the safety headphones on. So I mean,
those are like the AI photos. I don't think those are real.
okay. But even if they were, it's like the settings are clearly different. You got one on IG riding around in a whip with a handgun, and then two other people at a shooting range or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, how is this the same thing?
I mean, you got people talking about saying like, well, what about, politicians and congressmen you see with guns and videos and stuff like that? It's like the rules are different for you guys. Stop acting like
Well, I
you're
mean,
in the same playing field.
okay,
Yeah.
like but then that's also
Give this guy some good advice, and let's deal with those issues down the road on like equality.
Yeah.
Gets help.
yep. And I mean, if you recall, during like the Ferguson marches and everything like that, there was a Republican representative that him and his wife stood outside of their house with a full auto rifle and a fucking Glock, and then they got sued for public like endangerment. So man, like everybody is subject to something like this. Don't act like you're invincible.
Exactly.
Sometimes these laws be all over the place.
Facts.
Do is just try to survive. And, that's all. Try to keep ourselves out of trouble.
But social media did get some good entertainment from Ja doing this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people was like Coach Carter, the only person to save him.
Yeah,
I saw one like where he grabbed Worm before he went in the game and he was looking back at him. They had Ja's face on him.
Yep.
See, my favorite one was they did the movie, the clip from
Liar, liar.
No, that was great too.
That was hilarious.
No, this was from the movie Be Cool. And, and he was like, "Don't give me no gun then."
I saw that one. I was like,
y'all don't even have to tell me.
Yeah. I already know what I'm gonna do.
And then young Andre in that movie kind of looked like Ja Morant too. So that's what makes it even better.
Y'all even gotta tell me. I already know. Which I mean, that might as well. Ja did release a statement, and that might as well have been exactly what he said. He's like, "Y'all even gotta tell me. I already know."
I mean, yeah, it's all about showing. We can hear it all day.
Yep. But Ja probably won't see you this season. If we do, it won't be until way later into it. So I guess enjoy yourself and try to be smarter.
Yeah, try to learn from this. But did you see what Steve Kerr said?
Yes, I did.
I've been waiting on this.
My God. Okay.
I don't think we're gonna. We will probably. I don't think y'all are gonna agree with me on this, but we'll see.
So basically, Steve Kerr was asked, "What is this Warriors team without Draymond Green?" More or less what they asked him, and he said that without Draymond, the Warriors wouldn't be finals or a playoff like team. And
he said they wouldn't be contenders.
Right. And I was just like, so
I'm curious.
I think of younger Draymond, and I'm like, yeah, I could agree with that. He is like a defensive beast, and he also doesn't have to score because you have Curry, Clay, and Durant on your team doing the scoring. So yeah, of course, like that, you don't need that. But now you look at the current Warriors where Clay is nowhere near what he used to be. Jordan Poole and Draymond getting into a fight, causing huge trust issues between those two, and making it just a very tense overall team situation for the Warriors. On top of, again, unfortunately, Wiggins had his own personal things going on. So somebody that was brought in to be the third scorer on the team being gone for half the season, and you still had Draymond there, and like sure you made the playoffs, but it was kind of clear your team was falling apart there at the end because it's time. It's run its course for them. Like I don't know if I can agree with Steve on this. Like I don't think not having Draymond on the team isn't going to make you a contender because there's how many other players in the league that can really do what he does minus the attitude, or like not necessarily a bad attitude, but an attitude that
Who?
help provide an identity for a team. And
Who?
right now, like who?
Who?
Probably the best you could do
That they could possibly get. Like somebody that would reasonably
so
like
I think not necessarily the same personality, but I think the best trade idea that I saw recently was sending Jaylen Brown to the Warriors and sending Draymond to the Celtics. And I think that would be an interesting and an overall better situation for both of them because Jaylen Brown with a Steph Curry, I like that. That seems like a great combo. Obviously, it's not going to happen, but yeah. But attitude-wise, man, no. Like it's hard to find somebody that's going to be as empowering or as intimidating as Draymond.
I have one.
Hmm.
Julius Randle.
That's fair.
No.
He could be a new Draymond. And
Draymond, Julius Randle, when
Steve Kerr, Steve Kerr, coach, he's good at plugging the holes in the system. It's like the way he ran that team is based kind of Bill Belichick, I guess. You know, everybody they have their role. They plug and play the way they move. But I'll say I halfway agree with Steve. I'm like 50-50 on this. Because it's there is no other Draymond. I mean, there's like Dennis Rodman,
right?
Who was better than Draymond because he could grab more boards, but it's also a different type of person and a different type of team.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they aren't contenders without Draymond. That's what makes Steve Kerr a good coach. They have to figure it out. But also, I think he was just giving himself an excuse for when they don't make the playoffs next year.
Right? Also true.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't think their window is actually closed. I think it all depends on how this offseason goes. Because I mean, that's Steph Curry. That's like saying, it's him and LeBron.
That's like saying LeBron can't go again, or LeBron. Well, like
say that you can't say that. Steph Curry's never proven.
Okay, so I don't.
So two.
Yeah.
So two huge parts of the Warriors organization is Steph Curry and Draymond Green. What Draymond brings is like not only a general on the floor, because it's not many people that could, bring the ball down the floor, push pace, be able to orchestrate the offense, and and have the defensive impact that Draymond has for the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? Like, and also with these younger cats, their development outside of Jordan Poole, because they had that situation. He punched him in the face. But Draymond Green he's reached out more to Poole than anything. But for the most part, like Draymond Green is a big part of the younger player development for the Warriors, like bringing up these young players and molding them to be better players in the future. You know what I'm saying? Like what Draymond means to this organization goes far beyond like what he does on the court. You know what I'm saying? Like his coaching off the floor and everything, just the overall mindset with the Warriors, motivation, like even his attitudes. Granted, he does go too far sometimes, but his attitude when Draymond goes crazy, like that one game, like the game during the series, like he got ejected, but still was wilding out. I mean, the whole team got behind him, brought the energy up. They got the dub. You know what I'm saying? Like their dynasty won't be over until Draymond can't play no more. You know what I'm saying? He's still playing at a pretty good level. He made second team defense, all team defense this year. You know what I'm saying? He's still, I believe he's still a force to be reckoned with. And then you got Steph Curry. Like, you can't say a dynasty is over with Steph Curry. Period.
Oh yeah,
I
and yeah,
mean,
no.
you know what I'm saying? And I just think them two, like, and then you talk about Clay. He came back strong off of injury last year. And I mean, this year was a little shaky, but I still feel like they can come back and be like championship contenders for sure. With another big, just one more big that's a little
right. And all I'm saying is I don't necessarily think it's reliant on Draymond for them to be contenders. Like I'm not denying that he has a very important role, but I mean you could still find a way to work around it.
I think it would be hard with the amount that they rely on his leadership on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Like even Steph Curry, like, and I can't say he becomes a role player because his impact on the floor is just ridiculous. But when Draymond is running the floor, even Steph Curry is playing his role and just moving like he needs to and being patient for Draymond to open up something for him. Like a big part of everybody's scoring is Draymond's, mindset and IQ on the floor. I think that's a huge piece to replace because, like you said, Corey said Randall. Randall, when he is not on, his presence isn't there as far as motivating the team. He's just silent, looking like a little kid over there. Like, oh man, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
He was a MVP candidate. He was a great motivator. All that is just
he was
and coaching. He can get there, with the right coaching and willingness.
Yeah, I mean,
look, you act like Draymond is not teetering the line of being where Julius Randle was. He could. I don't think the butterfly effect would take much for him to be in that universe.
I don't know because Julius Randle not scoring in a game has zero impact. Draymond Green scoring 0 points still can have a huge impact in that game.
That's why I'm saying Julius Randle has the ability to be better than Draymond because he can score 30 points. That's what I'm saying.
But see, that's the opposite of what I'm. But that's what I mean. Like Draymond proved like even in this series with the Lakers,
there was a game where he scored literally
games,
no points and he got like 20 rebounds.
You know what I'm saying? 20 rebounds, 11 assists. He still had a double off no scoring, no points. And then we showed like Steve Kerr making an adjustment and telling him, all right, put up some more buckets. And Draymond Green, one of their dubs against the Lakers, dropped 21, almost had a double as far as assists or rebounds go, and had an impact there too. So he may not be able to score 30, but his 11 points or his 0 points is still going to have an impact. And then if he scores more than that, it's going to,
Yeah, you're correct, but you somewhat proved my point at the end there when you said Steve Kerr drew up something. A lot of that is coaching. With the right coach and without Steve Kerr, Draymond could have been somewhere much worse because he can't score. He would have been out of the league. And Julius Randle in my opinion, has the ability to do all those other things like grab rebounds and whatnot because they're, I think Julius Randle might be taller than Draymond. I'm not sure.
And possibly, yeah, I think by a couple of inches.
They're just about the same size in the weight class. So I believe he has the ability to do all the things Draymond does and more because he can do more.
I don't know about defensively though. But that's a huge part. Randle ain't the impactful player. And then I did say Kerr drew it up, but realistically, the way Kerr and Draymond work as far as coaching and drawing up stuff, it's almost like Draymond is like a third coach on the squad.
That all comes from experience. Draymond wasn't doing that his first year.
Oh yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I mean, but I'm just talking about who he is now.
Just raw skill.
Yeah. And then
And
I'm
as
also
far
biased because I'm one of those people that like Draymond. My bad, Marshall. I mean to
no,
interrupt. Go ahead.
all I was gonna say was, and to confirm, Randall is 2 inches taller.
All right, yeah, boom. I thought so. Yeah.
Randall is 6'8", Draymond is 6'6".
Jeez, I didn't even know.
Dang, I thought Draymond was taller than that.
In a league of their own.
For real. Dang, Draymond, he
Well,
looked taller though,
they
don't
can
he?
kind of technically report whatever they want for their height.
They really
Because
can.
he could have reported his height with his shoes on, but without his shoes, he's probably he's 6'6".
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
He's small.
I thought he was at least like 6'8" though.
I was thinking that too, but shoot, they report
Shoot.
right there. They get to be right.
I mean, would the internet lie to us? Would we lie to you?
Never.
Have
But hey, Steve, man, thanks for sparking a conversation.
yeah. I have a lot of conversations about. I find myself defending Draymond so much because people hate Draymond.
But see, the thing, I'm a Warriors fan, and I do like Draymond myself. I love it.
He played for Michigan State. Fuck him.
That's fair.
I'm a Badger fan, for those of you that don't know. That's the only Wisconsin thing about me.
Oh, that Badger pride.
Yeah, man.
You want some red lights?
I probably should get some.
Yeah, man.
Once I get my basement more decorated and it looks less boring, it will have some Badger stuff up there.
Oh man. So anything else interesting? Anything you guys been doing or watching or reading?
Yo, some fun D&D things are happening out in the world. For those of you familiar, Critical Role, which is a huge podcast, they had their series turned into an Amazon Prime series, which I highly recommend watching. It's called Vox Machina. The group behind that, Critical Role, they are getting ready to create their very own like big version of Dungeons and Dragons to basically compete with the original creators, who a lot of fans right now are not very happy with them. The books they've been turning out, it's not content that's really drawing people in. It feels like a lot of it is kind of half-assed. So
are you saying the Dungeons and Dragons ain't Dungeons and Dragoning for you?
For a lot of people, not as much, man. Like they've some of their books they've retracted because they're like, we realized we made these like extremely racist. We didn't like proof them well enough, so we have to like retract them and redo them.
Oh, jeez.
They went out in public saying that they were being racist.
Sorry, guys,
that's the way to get ahead of it.
Yep.
We gave you guys the racist copy. We did not mean
Yup, more or less. And now the Critical Role group, who has been doing this for years, the actual creator or like the DM of the series, he's created classes and stories for Dungeons and Dragons that they adopted in some of their previous versions that were huge hits with everybody. So now they're basically trying to compete and more or less take over this like fantasy tabletop series like world, and I'm really excited for it. I'm all about it. Highly recommend the podcast, highly recommend the Amazon show. So worth it.
So basically, we're not going to skip a beat or miss anything with this transition, and we're just board game tabletop game wars. So we'll go to anybody that's least problematic.
Yep. And a way that the original Dungeons and Dragons group, that organization, one of the ways they're trying to combat the fallback of some of the books they released is by creating a new virtual tabletop setting where you can have the maps laid out virtually along with like little characters. You can all move and they all have their separate animations, which is really, really cool. Awesome to see it. I watched a short clip of the beta tests and the betas look good. But a big thing is there are websites out there that let you do that for free already. So it's like,
I mean, the websites are free. You probably have to go through do a lot more foot.
yeah,
So whereas though this one is all already packaged up nice and neatly with a nice pretty bow on top.
yep, for potentially $80.
Yeah, I mean, do you put a price on happiness and satisfaction and functionality?
I mean, PlayStation 5.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Draws a line at $80 are nerds, my friend.
No, I'm not saying it wouldn't be a good investment. I'm just saying there's stuff already out there. And a lot of the people that make stuff make it free. So you can just go ahead and download it yourself.
Looking at me in my face and telling me to not be lazy.
Maybe.
Absolutely.
Don't you say those words.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
I will be lazy. I will spend money.
Oh man. But yeah, so exciting stuff in the D&D world. Can't wait to see what's gonna happen. Also kind of another interesting sad topic, speaking of like all the writers and everything, how they're going through their another strike. Family Guy's creator, founder, voice actor for Peter, Brian, and Stewie, Seth MacFarlane, has left the show indefinitely to join the writer's strike.
Whoa.
So that means potentially no more Family Guy for a minute until things get figured out.
I mean, I hope the writers get what they want, but I can't say I will notice a difference because I have not watched Family Guy in some years now.
They are on season 21 or 22 right now.
Yeah, it's deep.
But I mean, I kind of been slacking on South Park, so I'll watch South Park, get back into South Park before I catch up on Family Guy. But by then, they'll probably be back right then. So,
yeah,
I won't. But
yeah.
Jeez.
Me, I've been reading, listening to the audiobook of Star Wars Thrawn, The Ascendancy,
Ooh, nice.
The Ascendancy Rising, or Chaos Rising. That shit is good. Man, I highly recommend that book. I can't wait till, I mean, it's the first book in a trilogy, so I got a lot of good stuff ahead of me. You guys know about Admiral Thrawn.
It's a great storyline.
And he's such one of my favorite characters from Star Wars. He's big in Star Wars Rebels. That was really good.
Very, very good series.
Disney Plus and check that out. Mike, you been doing anything cool? Fun?
Unfortunately, fellas, I'm sorry. I don't have anything. My life has consisted of work. I feel like Rihanna. But next time I shall have something for you.
It's all good. We have said enough. It's pretty late on you know, since I live on the East Coast and you guys just
we live in the parts of the world where time is easier to work with.
Absolutely. We get to wake up later.
Yeah.
That wouldn't even do me any difference because I wake up early anyway. It's kind of annoying. And I think if I lived over there, I'd just wake up at 4.
Yeah. That's why I wake up around that time.
Yeah, I know you wake up early. See, that's what I mean. You went up.
But he's not getting brutally awakened by the sun.
No. It has been unusually hot and I don't like it. And then they don't like up here. They don't put ACs like like a AC system in the apartments in the houses. So I had to buy like 2 or 3 ACs, bro. Jesus Christ.
All right. that is our show, nerds. Appreciate you
Yep.
with us and enjoying the red lights. Our
Facts.
lights.
Just glad they ain't purple no more, man.
They will be. All right, man. Peace.
Peace.
Later.
Work.
Jay.
Rihanna.